Hello, I'm Jay from Volunteer Audio, and today is the day we're releasing our universal A2B DSP software. It's time to get that factory amp out of your bike, put the amp that you've been wanting in there, and we're going to give you the power to tune it and have a very, very clean signal feeding that new amplifier. Watch the video to learn more. All right, so in this video, I'm going to cover several different things. I'm going to show you how that if you have an existing module, how to update that firmware in it, where to go and get it so that you can now access our new EQ website, the web portal that's going to give you full DSP tuning ability. I'm also going to show you how to access the current curves we've already built. So whether you have a Hertz system, a velocity system, maybe one from Extreme Audio, we've got many partners using this interface. We're going to show you how to unlock that EQ potential, how to get in to do that custom DSP tuning. We'll talk more about that. I'll also show you how to do firmware updates without ever getting to this module through the factory USB on the bike. But first, let's get our computer up. Let's go to volunteeraudio.com so I can show you where to access this info. All right, so we're going to start at volunteeraudio.com. We've tried to put all of this information in a very easy to get to place. So SeirenHD, our engineering firm, has been working really hard to get this together for you. So let's get our computer to our website. All right, so once you go to volunteeraudio.com, I want you to go over here to the software update tab and press HD A2B. That's going to bring up another window. And here we've laid out what we call our update guide. So let me go over it with you. First off, if you've had your system since before December 18th of 2024, there's a good chance you need to do the December 18th update. To do that, you're going to click this Dropbox link on screen. It's going to download it to your computer, and you're going to run that update. Now, this is with the interface plugged into your computer with a USB-C cable. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in so it'll be recognizing it. If you've already done that update, we have updates that are available via USB. So you can put in the latest firmware for our Hertz audio system, for the Extreme audio systems, whether you have the EX or SS system, or the Velocity systems from Velocity, that'd be American Hardbags. We've got several companies we've worked with. We've developed A2B tunes for them. They're using it in their systems. And if you've got one of their systems, this is where you go download the latest software. For instance, the last update we did actually worked on speed volume, made it work much, much better. Now you have 16 times from 0 to 80 that it's going to turn the volume up or down as you go faster or slower. So doing these updates are going to load that latest firmware while updating to the latest DSP tune for whatever manufacturer. So you can actually download one of those, put it on a USB flash drive, plug it into your bike, and as you lay out here, it's going to tell you, put your bike in accessory mode. It's going to pop up, say there's an amp update. Start that amp update. Once this drive loads to your bike, the radio is going to reboot. When it reboots and it comes back up, it may ask you if you want to update again. Just ignore it, turn the bike off, take that USB out. You've done the update. You didn't have to pull the fairing. It's very, very simple. And Volunteer Audio and SeirenHD, we are the only company with an A2B module with the ability to update or do firmware changes without pulling your fairing. Now, we also have what we call the device firmware or DFU website. So I'll take you there. We'll go to dfu.sirenhd.com. If you've done that December 18th software, you're going to be able to go here and you're going to find a bunch of new firmware. So let's bring this up. All right, so once you went to the dfu.sirenhd portal, you're going to be able to see the current firmware that's in your module. This one's got the old 1.3.10, but I want to explain to you what you're seeing here. It's going to say available firmware. This doesn't mean you need to load all of these. You only want to load one. You want to load the one for your bike and your system. So if you've got the Hertz system, you want to do the Hertz tune. If you've got a Velocity overdrive system or Velocity coax horn system, this is where you're going to grab the right update for those. If you have the Extreme Audio EX or Extreme Audio SS system, this is where you'll find that as well. And then there's the new one. This is the one for you universal guys. If you're just going to put in your own system, you want to start from scratch, you're going to do the SeirenHD HD A2B EQ software. That is the only software on here that's going to allow you to tune the DSP. If you've got a Hertz system, a Velocity system, a Extreme system, don't worry. I'll show you here in just a second how you do this. So let's go ahead and update to the EQ. This is going to give us access to our DSP. So we're going to go ahead and click this. We're going to go to the EQ site here in just a second once this update's completed. So we're loading that firmware up now. It's going through the process. It doesn't take long. So this is doing a lot of things at once. This is adding in all the firmware for you to be able to do the DSP tuning through the web portal. It's also correcting that speed volume issue that we made better, as well as getting all of the universal flat software loaded in. Now, when we get to the EQ website here in a second, we have the latest firmware now. We're going to go ahead and let's go back to our website here. Anytime you do an update, I want you to unplug your unit. Make sure it disconnects and you hear it disconnect, and then plug it back in just to reboot it so that new firmware will take place. But now we're going to click on the link here and we're going to go to eq.SeirenHD.com. All right, so you can do this several different ways. Once you get to the eq.SeirenHD website, you can either start by mapping the channels. This is going to be all of the channels coming out of the stock radio and where they're going to feed out of our module. So essentially we're taking the front left, we can map it to the front left, front right to the front right, and so on. This gives you some custom ability though. You could map the rear channels of the radio to run a set of subwoofers. That way fader would actually be taking the sub out, and as you faded to the rear, you'd be turning the sub up, or fading to the front, you'd be turning the sub down. So you can trick this into doing some other scenarios. It's very, very cool the way it's laid out, whether you're doing three-way active components, two-way active components, you're adding mid-bass drivers. This is all customizable, so you can map it the way you would want it. So what we can also do here though, is we can import a file. And I want to show you how to do that and where to get it. So you guys that already have a Hertz system, maybe you have a velocity system with the coax horns, or the extreme audio system that also uses coax horns, any of those systems, you can go back to our website, and these are the base tunes by manufacturer already on the site. So I can hit download Hertz tune. I can download that file. I'm going to open it up. It is a zipped file, so I'm going to extract all, hit extract. Once I've extracted that file to my downloads here and it's now unzipped, I can go back to my EQ website. I can hit import. I can find my downloads from today. I can find that Hertz tune. I can load it in. So now that I've loaded that file in, all of my channels are selected just as it is on our normal Hertz system. I can go to crossovers. I can view our crossover settings, low pass output on the sub out. I can go to equalizers. I can view all of them. Let me just go ahead and view all of our EQs. So I can view the curve that we have in, that we did with an RTA into your bike with all the Hertz speakers and what we did to set it up to sound great. From here, you could tweak it. So you could take our existing tune and you could move a little more bass, a little more treble, a little less mid. You could tweak that tune in for each channel. Now, we do not recommend tweaking a tune or changing it without an RTA. We definitely want a microphone set up on the bike. We want to be playing the audio, and we're doing what it takes to get us the curve we're looking for on our EQ. We'll do several videos, we'll cover that, but I wanted to show you, even though you have a system that's already tuned, you can download that file, you can drop it in the DSP, and you can make minor changes very easily. And then once you're done, you can hit update ROM. That's going to send that tune into your device. It's going to save it. You can actually have this in the bike. You can be actively listening to it while you're doing this as well. And that's the way we're normally going to do it. But I wanted to show you where to go for the website. So quick review. You can go to our website and you can update to the latest firmware. You can also download those latest firmwares and you can update your bike via USB as long as you've done the updates that we did earlier this year around February time when we did the big infotainment update from Harley. We always recommend you have the latest firmware as well in your radio. To get that or unlock that custom DSP tuning, you're going to also need to go to the same place at dfu.SeirenHD.com. I'm going back there. We're going to view this, and we want to make sure we have uploaded the HD A2B EQ software. That's the only firmware that's going to unlock the DSP. Then we go over to our DSP app. We can either control it from here, and I'll go ahead and tell you something that I learned that you don't want to do if you're on the switchboard and you set it. Anytime you hit continue, it's going to continue to the next page, and it's going to remap everything back to stock flat. So if you do that, you want to make sure you've got a saved file, or you import that Hertz tune or whatever tune you were working with back in so that it's back up here, and then you can make those changes. From here, we can adjust our high pass filters, the slope of those filters, low pass filters for each channel, the slope on that. We can do our time alignment distance. We can also do our polarity. We can change level. Right now, we've already preset so much to make this so easy on you. all the levels are already set to where it's clean to full volume. We've already got it where the EQs are all working that are in the radio. But here you can view each one of your channels. So we can go multi-channel. Let's just say we're going to look at our 4 channels, front and rear. I can see where all the EQs set for each one. I can mute them independently, one at a time, so that I can actually use my RTA and see what each speaker's playing like, tune them independently, turn them back on together, see what that overall RTA view looks like of my tune, so I can see all of that. And no matter what, when you're done, you're going to do a couple things. You're going to hit Update ROM to save it to your DSP, or you're going to hit Export. If you hit Export, it's going to allow you to save that file. So you can name that anything you want. You can put the day's date. This is 4/30, so I'll put 4/30/25 DSP tune. I can hit Export. It's going to save that to my computer. Now in the future, if you're a shop and you do the same system over and over in bikes, you've got those speakers and amps that you like to use, you can DSP tune one road glide, set all the settings, save it, export it. Now the next bike, it's as simple as installing the equipment, loading your tune, setting your gains, and you're done. Makes it very, very easy. I think our software is phenomenal. The ease of use, everything it does is amazing. When you get into this and you're getting into the EQs, you have a 31 band parametric EQ. So we can adjust the Q of each one of those. We can adjust the frequency. We can adjust the gain. You have more control than you ever need. It's pretty amazing. I can't wait to make some videos showing you this in action. So coming up soon, today I wanted to release the software, show you how to get it, show you how to put it in your unit and start using it. You're going to learn a lot just by hands-on using the software. Next video I'm going to make one that's pretty basic for you guys that want to use the universal module. You want to be able to put in an amplifier. You want to be able to put in your speakers, but you don't have access to an RTA. You don't have access to some of the tools that a professional uses to tune a DSP. I'm going to do a very basic amp install video. So we've already preset a flat EQ to where you don't have to get too in depth, and we'll show you how to go in and do the basics like setting the crossovers, setting that time alignment, and then using your amp and speakers. We'll make another series coming shortly after that. Maybe a couple days, maybe a week later. I'll do a full system from scratch. We'll get our RTA out. We'll put our mic on here. We'll show you how to set the amp gains. We'll show you how to set your crossovers, how to set your levels, your distances, and also your EQs. We're going to go in depth. We're going to use some very expensive tools that a lot of people don't have access to. And so that's what we're doing in this order. I'm going to do the basics first, that simple install, and I'm going to show you how to take it to the next level and do a professional tune. Now, you guys that do not have the tools for that, I highly recommend. It's not just about tools, it's also about knowledge. We're going to show you the process, but if you think that it's too much or you're uncomfortable with it, we have many, many dealers across the country already using these interfaces. We can recommend you to one of those to tune your DSP, but we also sell awesome plug-and-play systems where we've done all the work here to make it really, really simple to install, and the sound is amazing. So, great day. I'm happy to show you this. I'm happy to release it. Thank you for following Volunteer Audio. Thank you for purchasing or thinking about purchasing one of our A2B interfaces. We have the best customer support. I know I have the best engineering team building this. We were the first to market with a DSP built into our A2B, and the first A2B module for that matter. And now we're the first to give you full access to tuning it on your own. All right, so if you want to order one of these A2B modules, go to volunteeraudio.com. We have our HD A2B interfaces. There's a link right on the homepage to get you there easily. You can order one that is a universal flat that's already ready to go, and we'll already have the EQ software loaded in for you. So all you got to do is connect up, go here and do your tuning. Follow Volunteer Audio. You subscribe to YouTube. Follow us on Facebook for the latest videos. If you want to watch those series that are coming up, you want to be notified about them, make sure you hit that subscribe button now. Also, if you have questions, you can call our knowledgeable sales or tech team. If it's really technical, select tech support. You can call us at 1-844-30-AUDIO. We're here ready to answer those questions, ready to help you decide if this is the right product for your install. Also, check out all of our plug-and-play packages at volunteeraudio.com. Let's go to plug-and-play amp and speaker packages. Put in your bike, if it's a 23.5 and newer CVO, or 24 and up base model, or maybe you got a new Street Glide Ultra, we've got packages specifically built for your bike. Everything pre-tuned, preset, very, very easy install. Lifetime tech support, 3-year warranty on all of our packages that we have that are plug and play for those new bikes. All right, thank you so much for staying till the end. Comment below if you have any questions, and as always, God bless.